This episode is sponsored by Nobodyville. To build anything great, it takes a village. Check out Nobodyville at nbdyvlle.com. Okay. Sista Cee,
Brotha Adam,
what's going down?
what's up, my guy?
How's it going?
Here we are again.
Good
It's
to be
going
back
good.
in here.
Yes.
Energy feeling good?
Energy feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good right now. It's been a good week, you know. Happy to be back in here.
Absolutely.
Chopping it up with sister.
I agree to that.
So again, throw around these topics. We landed on one, and I think it's gonna be a good one.
Okay, shoot it.
Friends.
Friends.
How many of us have them?
Friends. The ones that we can depend on. What's up? What we talking about?
So I mean, I think it's just like everybody has friends, wants friends, needs friends.
Yep.
And it's one of these conversations I thought would be interesting because I don't know if anyone ever really teaches us how to be a friend.
Right.
I don't know if your parents ever kind of taught you that, or is this something we learned with trial and error, or you felt like, did someone ever pull you aside and was like, hey, this is what a friendship should look like?
I know. When you think about that, have you ever had that type of conversation with your parent? Like, Mom, hey, I need to know how to be a friend. A good friend.
No.
What does that even mean to be a friend? Good friend.
The only conversation I think we've all had is that kid ain't your friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can agree to that. I can agree to that.
They pull you aside when somebody get you in trouble. It's like, listen, that kid ain't your friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Tommy jumps off the bridge, are you going to jump off the bridge with Tommy?
Exactly. We've all gotten that one.
Yeah.
When you think about friends or friendship, do you like have a definition you can come up with?
Man, I can't really say. I mean, if we go to Webster, I could come up with a definition. But thinking of a friend, you think of someone that you may have grown up with, some loyalty there, some time there,
right?
Some type of relation there.
Exactly that. So when I was trying to kind of formulate a definition of friendship in my mind, couldn't really come up with something. And then you go to the dictionary, and it's funny because they don't really have anything like concrete. So to your point, like there's always like these adjectives you could use when thinking of friendship, right? There's love, there's loyalty, there's like trust.
Everything I just said. Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
But fortunately for the hip hop community, we had a rap group by the name of Houdini. And it was funny because he has that song Friends that we were singing. But in his very first verse in that song, I thought they nailed it.
Okay.
When he gave a description of friends. So I'm gonna read this to you.
Let me give a shout out and a RIP to group member Ecstasy from Houdini. He passed away a year or so ago.
RIP for sure.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Shoot it. What we got?
All right. Friends is a word that we use every day. Most of the time we use it in the wrong way. Now you can look the word up again and again, but the dictionary doesn't know the meaning of friends. And if you ask me, you know I couldn't be much help because a friend is somebody you judge for yourself. Some are okay and they treat you real cool, and some mistake your kindness for being a fool. We like to be with some because they are funny. Others come around when they need some money. Some you grow up with around the way, and you're still real close to this very day.
Yeah.
Homeboys through the summer, winter, spring, and fall, and then there's some we wish we never knew at all.
That's deep.
Right? And this list goes on again and again, but these are the people we call friends.
Friends.
I thought he nailed that. I thought they knocked that out the park.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. I can agree to that for sure.
So thinking about that and how you define that, like, what do you think are like some of the benefits of like having healthy friendships?
Your mental state.
Touch on that for sure.
I think that plays a really important role because you can have friends that can drain you. That
1,000%.
absolutely
1,000%.
drain you. You can have some friends that'll call you and they may be going through something and they could just drain you. But that first time, you be like, you're there for your friend because you're loyal. Your friend is going through something and you want to be supportive to your friend. So they'll just dump it all on you and you allow them to. And then you give them some sort of good advice. You think that you may be.
Yeah.
But then you might have that same friend a week later after you gave some splendid advice. Like
Yeah.
this, I think that this will be your go-to. And here they come again next week with the woe was me's.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think some people are like easy to hang out with, and then there's some friends that like require some work, so you kind of have to like deal with them in like spurts. You know what I mean?
Do you want to do that though? Do you want to deal with those spurts in that friend?
Yeah, because there's some value. There's definitely some value in those people if you like have labeled them a friend or consider them a friend. I like how you said mental health though, because I got a question. I think is a good one. Do you think a good quality friendship is more beneficial than like a good therapist? You talk about mental health.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. So I saw this meme I thought was like so accurate. Some girl compared therapy to like strippers. And this was her thing. And I thought it was brilliant. She said having a good therapist and starting to think a therapist is your friend is like when somebody's at the strip club and they start to think the stripper's really into them.
Yeah.
What happens when that money goes away?
Absolutely.
Is that therapist going to show up?
Exactly. No, therapist is gone.
But the friend will still be there.
Friend will still be. That's true. I never even thought about it like that.
I mean, neither. I was cracking up when I saw it.
Right.
Yeah.
But that goes back to what I was saying though. Do you want to be that friend that allows that particular friend to drown you with all their issues all the time? Are you okay with that?
I think one of the hats that we have to wear as friends is the therapy hat, right? I think that comes with it because you also, I think when you're going through stuff, you kind of lean on your friends too to kind of vent to, or, I mean, we don't label it therapy, but it is therapy in some respect, right? Because you're going to them to like unload and unpack some issues, and you kind of like need them for feedback, if that makes sense.
But what about that time where you go to that friend where you're not getting what you need out of that friend? One of the friends that you might be the closest to, a friend that you call your dog, your best friend, and you're going through something, and you hit them with like, man, I'm really going through this. I'm having a situation, and you lean on that friend for support. What happens when they don't give it?
That's a toughie. I think hopefully in situations like that, you have more than one person you could lean on. But there are times where I think like your friends might not be giving in the way you need them to. What do you, in that situation, I mean, can you tell your friend like, I need a little bit more from you? Or I feel like for me, like if I dial and I'm not getting what I want from that one friend, I'll call the next one on the list. Yeah. Do you do that or no?
I think so. I think maybe, but
I feel like
I probably will go to a family member before I would go to another friend, because if I called that one particular friend, in my case, I feel like that was the friend that I was looking from that support from.
Gotcha.
I felt like you were my strongest friend who would give me that moral support that I needed at that moment. If I got to go reach it out from another friend, I don't really have a lot of, my friend Rolodex just don't even run like that. You know,
really?
I will go to a family member. I will go to someone in my family that's closest to me that I know will give me that
support,
reassurance that I may need, you know? So I will go that route.
Well, that's interesting. So friendships kind of have tiers to them, right?
Okay.
So like you have your inner circle, right? Circle of trust, like your closest friends. And then there's like a friendship outer circle, I think, right? That these are people like, these are my friends. Yeah. But these ain't like my
dogs.
Exactly, right? These ain't my ones, or I'm gonna call when I get jammed up, or like I really need, I know these are the people that I could trust. Yeah. And then there's acquaintances. Yeah. At what age do you think you learned the difference between an acquaintance and a friend? And
an adult. You don't learn that till you become an adult.
Okay.
You're too naive as a kid. Yeah. Well, let me not say all kids. Some kids may be out there who are really savvy on friendships, and you learn very young. But I think you learn that mostly when you become an adult. Like, you start to figure out who really are the people that has your back, that's down for you, who will roll with you. And I think that come with experiences too in that friend. Sure. We had a moment together, and that person roll with you like, oh, they roll with me, me. And they probably shouldn't have, but they roll with me. Yeah. I love that. I appreciate that, right?
Do you think time is one of those things that like allows a friendship to grow?
Yeah. I would say so.
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
What do you think of some of the other things though? Like Like, why are you, like, how did your close-knit group, how did you guys become so close?
My close-knit group became friends off of basketball.
Really?
We all balled together.
You're not a, come on. See, you don't
Listen,
lie to people. You don't hoop.
Listen, anytime. I will still, listen, but in my mind, I still think I could.
Yeah.
Probably I can't.
Okay.
But probably I can.
Okay. So y'all met through hoop?
Line it up. Yeah, we met through hoop.
Okay.
Most of my friends, we all met through hoop. All of my good friends was all basketball.
Oh, I love that.
All came from basketball.
Nice.
So yeah. And we just developed a friendship, and it's been over 25 years now.
Oh, I love it.
The longest has been 25. I think it go like 25, 20, and then one as short as like maybe 5. Maybe 5, almost 5 to 10 for one of them. But we've all held it down for a long time.
So, okay, and in that time, because you said hoop, like, because I hoop too, you meet a ton of people because you're playing on different teams, you're competing against people, different people, you're playing in different leagues. Mm-hmm. What about the ones that didn't, I guess, make the cut or didn't stay? Like, are these, so one of the things that I think people always say is that you can outgrow certain friends.
Absolutely. When do you know you've outgrown a friend? When do you know that? When do you know that you've outgrown a particular person in your life? Is it when they don't show up for you when you needed them? Yeah, is it when you called them and you needed that support, they didn't give it?
Yeah.
Your daughter's birthday, her first birthday, he didn't or she didn't show up.
Ooh.
Right? You start thinking about those things.
I just think the energy starts to feel different at some point, right? Like you have all these things that you have in common and you connect on. And then I feel like, at least in my experiences, you start to mature and grow and you change. We all evolve, right?
Absolutely.
I think some people don't. They kind of get stuck at a time where it's like, yeah, I used to be able to relate with you and we used to connect on a lot of things, but like I've kind of grown up, but you're still at this place.
Or maybe they are not at that same place. Maybe they just grown in a different direction.
Oh, that's a good one.
Maybe they just grown in a different direction. You grow in one direction. They have grown in a totally opposite direction. That direction that they may have been growing in is y'all don't relate.
Ooh,
like I don't really like that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm moving this way. And that way might be I'm setting my life up to purchase a home. You setting your life up to build a family. You over there having kids. You about 3 in.
For sure. I mean,
I'm single, no kids.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build my life over here, buy a house, build some stocks, get my bank account right.
Yeah.
That right there. And that don't even seem like that's much of a big deal.
Right.
Right? It seemed like we still should be able to have a sort of relationship still there.
Something.
But still, hey, you building your life over there with your woman, your kids. I'm over here trying to buy properties all over here. Just something as simple as that could lead you in different spectrums.
True.
Right?
I mean, life does get in the way. You see that a lot too, especially as you get to our age where it's like I'm early 40s, you're late 30s, and people do get married.
Listen, don't tell everybody my business.
My bad. People do get married, they start to have kids, and it seems like they become less available.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Some friends that you've outgrown, have you run into them or had conversations? Does it feel like you could pick up where you left off? Or when you do run into those friends, does it just feel like it's different?
No, so that's the crazy part with outgrown friends.
Yeah.
Because when y'all link together, it's a time.
Right?
It's almost like, damn, bitch, I
didn't know I was missing you this much. Exactly. I didn't know I was missing you this much.
So what you been up to?
Yeah.
Like, so you got this going on, that going on, and then you might find yourself in a rekindling situation where you might want to rekindle this friendship.
Right.
And then in the midst of that rekindle, because after that good time, after a week or so, 2 weeks, you hit that friend up like, girl, what's up?
Yeah.
How you been?
Right.
How you been holding? And it be like, I tell you what's going on, and then 2 weeks go by, and you be like, wait a minute. Now I'm starting to see why I left you two to the left. Yeah. And sometimes that don't happen right away. Right. It might happen a month or 2 months down the line, but you start the circle happens of why I start to feel that you wasn't the most supportive friend that I needed you to be in the first place.
Gotcha.
At the end of the day, I feel like a friend is somebody that's supportive, that support everything you do, all the endeavors in your life. And there are some times where you might not be able to be there to support your friend. Yeah. But when you got that friend that'll show up anytime that you need them to, for you, for your kids, for your aunt, your mom, your dad, your down times through death, that's your dog.
Yeah, for sure.
Regardless, that's the friend that I feel like you should want or need in your corner.
So I like that because now we have time. What you're saying is like, it's one of those things if like your friendship can stand the test of time. And now you're talking about, I don't know if is that dependability, right? Or just showing up. I don't know what the word is for that one, but that also starts to pour value into the friendship. It's like, this friend has been rocking with me and they were there in those down moments. Yeah. Because I always like that phrase when they're like, man, everybody's with you when you're riding in the limo. What happened when you got to catch the bus?
Are you rolling with me?
Are you rolling with me?
Hey, I got to catch the 210.
If we could go pop bottles and have a great time, that's always fun. That's always cool. Friends will always show up for that. But if you've ever been down and you make those calls and people stop picking up, it's like, it'll let you know who's really rocking with you and who's not.
It could be something as simple as when you down and I'm in your neighborhood where you live and I'm at that bus stop by your house. Right. It's late out here. It's late. Hey, give me a ride. I'm really by your house. Hey, you think you can come scoop me and just swing me to the house? Or maybe I shouldn't even have to ask you that. Maybe you called me in that moment. You might just so happen. This is my normal routine. I catch the bus every single day by your house. I don't call you because this is part of my life. This is what I'm going through. Yeah. But you just might happen to call me at that moment. And you be like, yo, where you at? Shit, I'm over here at the bus stop by your house. Right. To me, that's a say less. Right by my house, around the corner. You there right now? Yeah. Or I'm on my way. Where you going? You going home? Yeah, I'm going to the house. Say I'm finna come pick you up right now. That should be a no-brainer if I'm at the house. I don't care what I'm doing. I'm laying down in the bed. I don't care. As a friend, I think you should get up and go get your friend.
So here's the tough part, though, is like we have expectations or we know what we'll do as a friend. But sometimes, like, it's not fair to put those expectations on others. So one of the things I had to learn is, like, your friends aren't always going to show up in the way that you show up. So people love languages are different, or people, they express their emotions and love differently or support differently. Agreed. Where for you, it's like, oh yeah, for sure. You at that bus stop, I'm pulling up, right? Somebody else might not be that, but they could still be a friend and you know, you get what I'm saying?
I think that's something you learn as you get older too.
Yeah.
Right? I think also you start to realize those type of friends that's in your life too. Yeah. The ones that's not dependable. Then I start categorizing your friends. Yeah. At that moment, okay, I'm in a situation. To me, in that situation, I feel like you should pull up. Unless you got COVID, you're sick, you're not feeling good. Yeah. I'm in your neck of the woods. Pull up.
All right, let me ask you this then. When you really need something or you need a friend and you're like, I know this person's going to show up. How many of those you think you could call? Is it a short list?
I think, yeah.
3? Don't name names. Don't get yourself in trouble. It's like 2.
To be honest, I really feel like all my friends will show up.
I love it. Okay.
I really feel like if I was in dire need, that my friends would show up. But then at the same time, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. Right? I'm still not 100% sure. So I'm not going to throw them under the bus and say that, if I feel like I call every one of the last amount of my friends right now and be like, yo, I need you. I feel like each and every one of them will pull up. Even if they got something going on at that moment, they may not be able to pull up, but I feel like they will be like, yo, I'm kind of in the midst of this, but right after, I could be there. Or if they can't be there, I feel like some will line up another alternative to be able to help me in that time of need.
So reliability is huge.
Absolutely.
You got a solid group of friends. I feel the same. Like when I think about my phone right now, if I really got into a jam or got jammed up, I feel like I got a solid 4 and a possible. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I know what make the spades comparison. I got a 4 and a possible.
Man, your friend listen right now like, damn man, I have the possible.
The one possible, my man, he's just like, he shows up, he falls on and off the grid. So I'm like, he might not pick up.
Yeah. Wait, he might not pick up if he see you calling?
He might not pick up because he goes ghost at times. You know what I mean? Like he just fall off the grid and everybody's like, yo, I can't call out a name. Where's such and such been? Or we haven't seen him in a while. Yeah.
Lift up your mic.
We haven't seen him in a while. You know what I mean? Okay. Another question I got, I feel like a lot of people run into is the new base situation. We've all been there, right? Yeah. Hanging out with your friends, tough. Talk all the time. Kick it all the time. And then you meet new bae.
Baby 5.
New bae comes in.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, C's not available anymore. All of a sudden, C's not answering that text or that phone call. C starts missing the hangouts. I was calling C. I'm with whatever. Now I call C and it's like, oh, I got plans with new bae.
Yeah, I've been there.
Should you be less available for your friends? Should your friends become the second priority as soon as new bae hits the picture?
Yeah. You still courting. Yes, I absolutely think that you should be showing up for bae first.
Really? New bae. Even though the friends have been there. You said, what you call 25 years?
Y'all gonna be there, yeah.
Okay.
They know me. First of all, they done seen me through bae 1, bae 2, bae 3, bae 4. They know my rundown. They know how I am around baes. Now, if I get with a bae and I'm with them 24/7 still, then that's a sign that's like, oh,
you're not feeling this one.
It really ain't working out over there, is it?
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. It's not that serious. But I feel like at the beginning, yeah, you obey that. Like, no, I don't have time to be hanging out with my peoples and my friends when I'm trying to build this, because all the fun things that I did with my friends, I want to do those with bae.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then once you see those things that you like to do with bae, you be like, oh shit, she like to do all the things that I like to do that my friends like to do too. So eventually somewhere in that, that's where you can start commingling. Commingling.
Get them all together.
Like if she enjoy doing this, my friends enjoy doing this, I enjoy doing this, we should be able to eventually.
So you're saying less available is cool, but not disappearing.
Not disappearing.
Because you see friends that have fallen out for that. Like, oh, such and such got a new situation and now, we don't see him anymore, or we don't see her anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't like that. I always feel like
about myself in this, I ain't even gonna hold you.
You'll go ghost.
I am an introvert to the T. Like I am I can be an extrovert when I drink. Yeah. But most of the time I'm an introvert. Okay. So when I got my partner and she just as introvert as me, and we could be locked in with us together, just in here, just locked in.
Don't need nobody else.
Don't need nobody. Damn them. The moment you tell me you about to go hang out with who? You leaving me?
Really?
No, but it's not that deep. No, okay. I still would want my partner to go.
Well, I mean, if your friends understand, like, that's how you move, and that's like your natural, that sees like natural actions, or that's how she is normally. Yeah. I guess I could understand that. But you do see people that like have fallouts because of that, where it's like, oh, such and such is in a relationship and now they're ghosts.
Yeah. So I don't think that's fair.
It's not okay. Talk about it.
I don't think that's fair for your friend to be mad because you're courting your new partner.
Not mad. I guess not mad jealous. Because of that. It could be. It could be. But like if you're with your friends and you guys spend quality time and all of a sudden you're just no longer available. Mm. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's something maybe the people could give us some answers about or some feedback on. Yeah. When your friends get in new situations, should they still be available to hang out and talk? And if they disappear on you, how you guys feel about that? Since we're on the subject of bae, let's talk about ex-baes. And
oh, Lord.
The friendships. Can the friendships date the exes?
Oh, can the friendships
Can the friends date the exes? Can the friends... And not if it's been some time, if it wasn't a significant bae. Because these are also having fallouts. I've been seeing friendships go left because of this.
Yes.
Listen,
I was also a victim of that.
I was dating her for like a couple months. Y'all didn't even really go out on very many. Y'all hung out maybe 4 or 5 times. It was nothing serious. It's been like a year or two. We bumped into each other. We hit it off. Yeah. And somebody's feeling salty.
It's always somebody out there going to feel a little salty. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, some people are like controlling. They feel like if I had you once, you always mine. Ooh. Right? Yep. But that's you, how you feel as a person. They don't have nothing to do with me and how I feel, how I get down. Yeah. Don't try to understand Siri. I feel like, and this is my honest opinion about it. If this woman... Right. First of all, y'all never got married. That's one. Okay. I'm never touching somebody's married old word. Gotcha. I won't do it. Yeah. Secondly, if you've been with somebody and you never show to me, if you my friend, right, or I fuck with you, I've never seen you have this woman in your life where you just like you posting her on social media.
Okay.
Y'all out there like y'all, this is what y'all doing. Like you in love. You talking about possibly marrying this woman, having a kid with this woman. Like you are really courting this woman. Like, all right, dog, I wouldn't even do that to you. And y'all might break up.
Yeah.
You know, like, dog, like y'all have something real serious going on. I would never do it. I just wouldn't even touch that water. But even if it's really one of my close friends, I wouldn't touch him, period. Like if it's one of my really close friends, I wouldn't even touch it. But if that's where we had a conversation with acquaintances too.
Yeah, yeah. If
because
it's acquaintance, those rules don't apply.
They don't apply. I don't know.
An acquaintance.
Some people get that part confused.
Okay.
Like if you are my acquaintance, I know you through somebody, I fuck with you through somebody.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody you take down, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't even know you like that. I ain't never been to one of your parties, your kids' parties. I don't know you like that. So yes, you may have dated her, but like this, it's fair game, bro. Because if the roles would change, it would be fair game. See, I'm a woman.
Yeah, for sure it would be. For sure it would be.
And if I'm dealing with a man in this sort of situation, it would be fair game. He would go take my work down in a minute. He wouldn't care. He wouldn't think 2 seconds about it. Not even care. So, hey, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you going to go take down Old Bay.
But so in that situation, if not the acquaintance, but one of your friends gets involved with some old fling, does it change your friendship?
Absolutely. How could it not?
Oh.
How could it not?
Yeah.
How could it not? So you didn't see me set up here and be with this person.
Yeah.
But maybe let's just throw 5 years out there.
Ooh,
let's just use the number 5. And you seen how deeply we took family trips together. Yeah. We threw each other birthday parties. We were just like ride or die. You seen us all that. And we break up. It just don't work out.
Right.
Right? And you run into my old babe maybe a year later.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2 years later.
Yeah.
Right? And then you fling a conversation, and the next thing you know, you courting my old bae. Mm-hmm. At that moment, one, it probably should be a conversation. Like, hey, I ran into so-and-so.
What if the conversation happens? Is that like...
I'm pressed. Even if the conversation still happens,
it's still
I'm still pressed.
Yeah, I'm still
you can come talk to me about it all you want.
Yeah.
So you letting me know right now, are you going to choose her or are you going to choose me? Because right now I'm telling you I'm uncomfortable.
Oh,
I'm uncomfortable. If any one of my friends right now at this moment was to tell me they about to go deal with my old bae, and that don't have nothing to do with me still having feelings for old bae or nothing like that. I don't, let her live. Yeah. But one of my friends going to go court, so then your mind start going all over the place. So when I was with bae, was you?
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Was you peeping mine the whole time?
What about non-serious relationships? Whether it was just like a quick fling or something that was casual, it wasn't serious.
No, I don't think I'll be that pressed about it.
You wouldn't be? Okay.
No.
Do you still want the phone call, though?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. If it's my friend.
Gotcha.
Acquaintance,
they
don't I don't care.
About the phone call.
No, I don't owe you that. You don't owe me that.
Yeah.
But I got plenty of acquaintances, and they end up, I lived through that. Like, I literally lived through that. Like, and I would not care. Like, oh, she dating.
So I will say this, man, guys have this, like, we always throw bro code around. We have this kind of like false sense of bro code, right? Where, you talk about the rules, similar to what you were saying right now, where it's like you're not supposed to mess with anybody's like exes or stuff like that. But dudes, shady. They don't really follow that. They don't really care about that.
No, they don't.
They say they honor it, but let them see your old bae looking scrumptious.
Absolutely.
Looking sundress season. They out at the day party, had a couple cheeks or a couple drinks. Yeah. The cheeks is moving in the sundress.
Yeah.
They'll be like,
I don't care.
Adam who?
Like,
oh yeah, y'all were dating. Like, I remember that. Yeah.
So what's up with you? What you doing later on?
Exactly. It happens all the time.
Oh, y'all hanging out later on?
Right.
Where y'all gonna be at?
And then the friendship starts to go downhill.
Yeah. I you know what? And that's why I have the demeanor that I have right now, especially when it comes to men. Being in my situation and who I date now, when it comes to men dating or I go take a man's girl, like, I care less. If I snatch your girl, I could care less because you would do it to me. Dudes will go take down. I have had some dudes that I've been like close to.
Yeah.
Close to. And I have an ex call me like, Eric tried to
Yeah,
You don't dare try to take me down.
I'm not surprised.
I've been in that situation. So I'm not surprised either. But this is supposed to be my dog.
Right.
I don't talk to one of them. I don't talk to him to this day because I felt slighted because of that. Because
so you did have a falling out behind that.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah.
I consider him my friend.
Did you call him out by name right now too?
I did.
Oh.
I did.
Okay.
I did. Yeah. It is what it is.
All right.
We didn't have conversations about it. I don't even talk to him no more because I am the type, if you slight me, I don't really fuck with you no more after that.
Gotcha.
That was a slight. You know what I mean? I consider you my friend. If you were my acquaintance, and maybe you consider me an acquaintance, but dude, you lived in my house at one point.
Oh, so that was a little different than an acquaintance.
Yeah, we were tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to put friendship title on that one.
Yeah. So you slighted me, so I didn't really like that. I didn't really fuck with him after that.
No, I mean, that's fair.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's definitely.
And it was a solid because my ex hit me up and told me, and we weren't dating for years.
Really?
Years. We haven't dated almost 10. Well, now it's been almost 15, 20 years. But it happened almost. I think this happened maybe about 10 years ago now.
Is that girl code? Do y'all have girl code? Like we got bro code? Do y'all have that?
I mean, in some senses, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it could be moments where you know better.
Yeah.
Certain things you just know better. You don't cross this line, I don't cross that line. And sometimes you don't even realize, you don't even learn the code until you in the moment.
Let me ask you a question since we're talking about relationships, right? So one of the things that I have read recently is that there's like record numbers of people feeling lonely, right? Mm-hmm. And it's even in situations where people are in relationships and still feel loneliness. Mm-hmm. And they started to talk about the friendship thing. So when you do get into these relationships and you start to like not prioritize your friendships, right?
Okay.
Is it okay that like your new situation just completely replaces all of your friends? I think it does happen, but I feel like that's shaky because I think your friends provide something for you that a relationship can't in a lot of situations.
Yeah, it can.
Because there's conversations you could have with your friends that you probably can't have with your partner.
You can't.